Hello there, how are we all doing? Welcome if you're new here, thank you for coming to join us on this little video. And if you're returning, thank you very much, it is much appreciated. Haven't been on for about a week. The last video, I must apologise, it was very light, but I am using my new DJI Osmo camera. So it did take a little bit of faffing around with to try and get the colour levels right. Anyway, I'm hoping this one turns out a little bit better. So I've been to work and I've just popped into Marks and Spencer's. I bought a few meals, a couple of ideas. The total was, it should have been £72.90, and I had 3 quiches for £8, so that saved me a little bit, saved £4. And then I had 3 for £12, which was on something, the meats. So I've saved a little bit there. But so the total was £65.90. That was including buying a bag. I did have one bag with me, but because I was only going in there to buy a few things, and you know what it's like, you go in for a few bits and you end up spending much more than what you went in for. Anyway, so these are just the meal ideas I've got. So I've got a packet of back bacon to go with bacon and eggs. We do like that one on an evening. We have bacon, eggs, baked beans, bit of toast, or you can have bread and butter. So that's what we have for that. I've got chicken legs, that's a pack of 2. They're really cheap. Let me just pop my specs on. I think they're only about £1, £1.50 or something, those are. And then because I'm looking for it now, I can't find it. Where are we? No, anyway, I think they were about £1.50. The chicken legs, they're really cheap. So the 3 for £12, we got the lamb kebabs, which we'll have that with some salad. We've got the thighs and drums, chicken fajita ones. Well, I've just noticed that's popped open. That's with all the pressure in the shopping bag. So I'll have to cover that up. And then we've got our best ever British outdoor bred posh dogs. And there's 6 in there, and they're the larger ones. I don't know what we have with those, but they're handy when you get anybody, if I need a family pop in or whatever. Anyway, so then I've got so that's the meats that I got. So I've got three of those they were £12. Then the chicken legs and the bacon, and then I got 3 of the quiches. These were £4 each, or 3 for £12. So yes, they're £4 each, or no, sorry, 3 for £8. Rewind. 3 for £8. Of course, there'd be £12 if there was no offer. So we've got a quiche Lorraine, and then we've got the broccoli, tomato, and cheddar quiche, and then we've got the Scottish salmon and broccoli. So I'll pop those in the freezer. They would just have with salad. They're just handy, aren't they? I do make my own quiche, crushless quiche. We've got 4 pints of milk. The mushrooms, these are only £1 a box. That's a 300-gram box. Then I've got some staple foods just to go in the cupboard. So I've got some soup, flour, caster sugar, brown sugar, some rice, because I'm planning on making a little rice dish, caster sugar, some more yeast, because I'm going to make my own bread, as you know. Then I've got some tins of soup, carrot and coriander. I think they're about £1.10p. The tomato soup, 65p. That is really nice, the cream of tomato. I've got this white vinegar. Well, it doesn't say white, but it's distilled malt vinegar. I use that to descale the kettle. So that's something else. I've got some reduced fat cheese, extra mature, reduced fat. And some tomato puree, which goes in with the pasta when I make my sauce. I've got this I thought to try. Put my specs on a moment. Mild and buttery olive oil, spray and sizzle for cooking, roasting and fuss-free frying. So I've got that. Then, the other day, I bought, excuse seeing the rear of me. So I've got this one, the Greek extra virgin olive oil. I think that was about £9. I keep forgetting I've got it. So that's what I'm going to use for, it says fruity and peppery dynamite in dressings. So I'll try that. Then I bought a good old faithful mashed potato, because that's always handy to have in. That's £1.25, and that serves 2 or 3. I've got some pasta. Cucumber to have with my sandwiches or salad, some bananas. I got the unwaxed lemons, because if I do a lemon drizzle cake or a dish using lemon rind, I don't like the wax. that's going in my food. So I buy the unwaxed lemons. Some potatoes for roasting in the skins. I think they're about £1.10. Everything seems so cheap, but then when it adds up, it's £69, £65. I've got some little easy peelers. They were £1.50. A lettuce to make some salad. I have already got lots of salad in the fridge to use up. Did I show you those hash brown fries? I think they were in the reduced section. And then I've just got a big tub of blueberries. I think there's 300 grams in there, is there? 485 grams. But anyway, the story is with this, you can see why the lid's off. When I got the shopping out, the bag dropped on the floor, and so did 300 blueberries, or however many's in there. They all went all over the floor. I mean, I do wash them anyway, but I am going to have to wash them and put them in so that, yeah, and then I'll re-wash them when I come to use them. I normally have them to go in with some yoghurt, or I'll put them in with my porridge oats in the morning. I like those, a lot of those. Anyway, so I think that's about it. So we've got bacon, we've got the bacon, the chicken, sausages, kebabs, thighs and drums, that's the fajita. We've got some cheese, the quiche, mushrooms, and that's about it. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well. The weekend I went home, it was my grandson's birthday, so I went home for the weekend. So that was 200 mile there and 200 miles back. And yes, it was lovely. Weather was good. We sat outside. He had a little play and his friends came. My other grandson was there. It was really nice. And the weather, as I say, it held off. We had a little tiny shower, but that's about it. Right, so I need to put all this away and find room in the freezer and then decide what we're going to have for our tea. And as usual, we always say, what can we have? There's nothing. What can we have? There's nothing in. But yes, I think tonight we're just going to have bacon, eggs and a little bit of toast. And I bought this as well while I was home. This was from Aldi when I went with my daughter. This was from Aldi. I've taken all the wrapping off and washed it. I think that was $2.99 or $2.49. So I'm going to be making healthy donuts. Also, while I was home, I picked up a pack of 3 of these. I use these a lot to take sandwiches in. I got these from B&M. These were £2. 3-pack printed reusable food bags. So you could just pop your sandwich straight in there. And I like the designs on these. That one's got strawberries on it and cherries. That one's got strawberries and cherries. So they're different sizes. The last lot I got, I think they were £2.50 from Home Bargains. It may have been B&M. This was B&M actually, £2. But then they've got this size, look. So I thought, oh, I went to put my sandwich in it this morning. I thought, what the hell is going on with that? So that's tiny. So we've got a small one. I don't quite know what I'm going to put in there. Maybe just some strawberries I take to work at lunchtime or, yeah, I don't know. Then you've got one that's a little bit bigger and then a larger one. So those were a pack of 3 summer fruits and they were from B&M and they were £2. That's what I got on the weekend with my daughter. I don't think I bought anything else, but yeah, I will be doing some healthy donuts. That's another thing I'll be doing. So I'm just going to look for ideas for those. And also, I've got a pinch of Nom book, which I'll be looking at recipes for that. And I've got a healthy recipe book as well. I've got lots of recipe books. So I will be doing new recipes. So look out for those. I'm going to put this away. I'm going to say goodbye. Thanks for looking. I hope that you got some pleasure out looking at this video. So 20 minutes ago, I was on the floor picking up all the blueberries. If I'd have opened the door, my dog Bailey, who is a cockapoo, he would have eaten all of those and had a bad stomach consequently. So I had to close the door. But anyway, I'm going to put this away and then pop something on ready for tea and have a coffee. Take care. Thank you for looking. If you have enjoyed it, please do give it a like and subscribe if you'd like to. It is free to subscribe. We are building a nice little community here on this channel. So take care. Bye now.